Hey guys, welcome back to CLOCKWISE Crypto. Hope you guys are moving forward in everything that you do. Diving right into it here. FOMC meeting today. The Federal Reserve, how this is impacting the markets. The Fed holds its benchmark interest rate steady at today's FOMC meeting. With that being said, the Federal Reserve said today it's holding that interest rate steady, marking a continuation of its wait-and-see approach as it assesses the impact of the Trump administration's economic policies. Now, it seems like the Fed, aka Jerome Powell, is not moving interest rates, and it seems like this is more political than it is about the nation and about the economy. That's what it seems like, in my opinion. So here, by the numbers, the central bank on Wednesday said it will maintain federal funds rate at its current range of 4.25 to 4.5%. How does this impact the markets? How does it impact crypto? What are we talking about? So looking at Bitcoin, we can go, let's just go to the 2-hour time frame. All right. You see, it was very choppy here, very choppy in this range. I would say the past 24 hours. OK, look at the past 12 candles, past 24 hours. Very choppy, right? Very volatile. If you go to the lower time frames, you'll see the volatility even further, even going to, let's say, the 30-minute, right? You'll see the volatility go even further on this. And with that being said, there is a ton of expectations when it comes to interest rates, when it comes to what to look for, right? So I think that this is something to look at and to pay attention to. But we've seen a ton of optimism when it comes to CoinMarketCap, when it comes to crypto assets as a whole. Just a lot of indecisions, because we're seeing no one's really caring anymore about crypto, right? And this is kind of the sentiment that I love, is because that's when typically I see an explosion happen out of nowhere and no one's prepared for it, right? So think about it. We're making videos, we're making content about crypto, and it's just like people just don't care anymore because it didn't explode overnight. You got people that were banking on crypto, banking on Bitcoin, which has performed pretty well, banking on that, and it didn't explode. People didn't make hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars overnight. Most people didn't. Okay. And it's just not appealing anymore, which is why you look at fear, greed. It's why you see neutral, right? That's why you see neutral. That's why this market is a lot different than everything we've seen before, because if we would have had the same momentum last bull run, everything would have gone insane. Everyone would retire, right? It would have been immediate, almost, the impact that it would have on our industry as a whole. But we have very bullish scenarios. We have bullish governments. We have bullish policies rolling out. We have strategic reserves across the world in crypto, pretty much on Bitcoin at this point, but in crypto as a whole, it's coming. We can see it's coming, and prices are still pretty stagnant of altcoins. Bitcoin's performing beautifully. If we look at where Bitcoin was this time last year, performing fairly well, right? And you can actually see it. Like, you click Bitcoin and you go to the year, right? Performing fairly well. You look at this time last year, Bitcoin was at $63,000. Now it's at 104. Very good gains, very good price action from that standpoint. But if you look at altcoins, just go to Ethereum, right? Go with Ethereum for a year. Looking back, right? Ethereum was 35 around this time last year, and now it's 25,000. Okay, so for a year, it's down 28.77%, which is okay. It's not terrible, but those altcoins did not pump the way we were expecting. And this is with a ton of bullish scenarios. This is with ETF stockpiling Ethereum. This is with different upgrades to Ethereum network. We had the ETH merge, right, happen. We have a ton of adoption. We have capital and venture groups investing heavily in Ethereum, right? And publicly. And we're just not seeing that same shift that we normally would. Like this would have happened last bull run. The same noise, the same bullish momentum, right? The same FOMO news. It would have been an immediate explosion. We're just not seeing that happen for whatever reason. I just really think that this is the temperature, and this sets the standard and sets the tone for people to get left behind. I think times like this, when things didn't explode immediately, right? It's not an immediate bull run. Things didn't happen overnight. People are going to get out, sell for a loss or minimal gain, right? Or a minimal loss. And they're going to miss it. They're going to miss it because it's going to happen so quick. And by the time they FOMO back in, it'll be too late. And then, or you could be like, oh, I'm not buying at these prices, just missed the entire run, right? Because they sold at this rate, they sold at a loss, and they pretty much gave up on the industry, and then that's it, right? So that's what I've seen in previous cycles, and I think that's what's going to happen this time for sure. You're seeing it. You're seeing like people just don't care about crypto right now when they should. Absolutely. So next up, Thailand approves 5-year crypto tax exemption. Huge news. Thailand's crypto income tax waiver applies to crypto sales made through licensed crypto asset service providers from 2025 to late 2029. In a statement, the minister highlighted the role of crypto assets in fundraising, which is an important use case for technology and innovation in Thailand. According to the ministry's estimations, crypto assets are projected to help the Thai economy expand and increase tax revenue in the medium term by no less than 1 billion baht, which is 30.7 million USD. Huge news, guys. The SEC goes after Bybit and OKX. The Thailand SEC announced a decision in late May to block 5 global crypto exchanges, including Bybit, OKX, CoinEx, XT.com, and Bybit. They put Bybit twice. It's okay. I got you. According to regulators, the blocks resulted in exchanges operating without valid local licenses and are expected to be enforced from June 28th. Other crypto companies like KuCoin and Tether have been scaling their presence in Thailand, with KuCoin launching a fully regulated local subsidiary after acquiring an SEC license on Friday. Tether started rolling out its tokenized gold digital asset in Thailand as well. So Thailand is making waves. I kind of got nervous. I'm not going to lie. I got nervous when I saw the SEC going after Bybit and OKX. But no, really, they just want them to have a license, get regulated there. They'll probably be operable, and people should be able to use it within this year, I'm thinking. Don't quote me on that, but they tend to move pretty fast when it comes to those things. And if it's just getting a valid local license, I don't think that'll be a problem for them, as they seem pretty diligent there. XRP price consolidates for 200 days. Analyst predicts where it goes next. Bullish fractals from 2017 suggest XRP could rally towards $3.70 to $10, with some projections pointing a breakout to as high as $25. Big. XRP has consolidated for nearly 200 days with $1.90 and $2.90, with analysts split on the next move. A 2017 chart fractal suggests a target between $3.70 and $10, with some even eyeing $25. This is big. So looking at that, if you look at this chart, you see a bit of a head and shoulders here. That's what I see initially. You see a lot of space underneath this, a lot of space, which really looks like the next level of support, maybe $1.60, then $1.15 area, then shooting back down to 60 cents. So just being real, I'm not going to be that guy that doesn't call it how I see it. This is exactly what I'm looking at. That is a major drop. That's a major level right here. If it breaks below, for any reason, if it breaks below $1.60, I would be a bit concerned in the short term. Long term, I think XRP is great. Long term, I don't think XRP is going anywhere. I think XRP is going to be one of those projects where you have an opportunity to get in, and if you just hold it, like imagine holding Google in the early 90s. Right, imagine holding Microsoft in the early 90s and riding the wave. Like, I think that's what this tech is going to do. Like, there's going to be certain projects where I think you're just going to wish you held. XRP is one of those. I think Cardano is one. I think ETH, I even think ETH is one of them, because the logic behind me saying that is, like, where do you really think Ethereum is going to be if Bitcoin hits $1 million? Where do you think Ethereum is going to be? If Bitcoin hits $1 million, where do you think XRP is going to be? Right. And it's really just the math game, right? It's like everyone's measuring the market cap, which is cool. It's cool to do that math, but I think it's more so realistically based off of prices right now. Bitcoin's at $100,000. Ethereum's at 25. Bitcoin's at $1 million. Ethereum is at 2,500. You know, it's just the numbers. Really, it's just a no-brainer for me at this point, right? There are going to be some that fall out, right? We've seen it, like EOS. Like, where's EOS at now? Like, I don't even know if EOS is in the top 100 anymore. And EOS really, it was founded with Dan Larimer. He was a part of, you guys don't know, he was a part of Ethereum, founding Ethereum. He was in that group, ventured off, tried to do his own thing, did fairly well last bull run. Not last bull run, 2 bull runs ago. When I first got into crypto, EOS was killing it. EOS was like top 10. Now it's, holy cow. Holy cow. Now EOS is, if that's the same EOS, I'm pretty sure that's the same EOS. EOS is 57 cents. Holy cow. Let's go all-time high. Okay, yep, that's right. This is right. Because I remember EOS back here. Yep. July 17. So when I got in, EOS was killing it. EOS went way up there. And it came down and really never recovered. See what they're doing. I didn't mean to talk about EOS at all, but okay, so they rebranded. It used to be Dan Larimer. Well, it used to be on the team. I don't know if he's still there or not. I haven't heard from him, but he was very loud. He was like a loud guy. He was like hated Ethereum, was venturing out to kill Ethereum. And not loud like volume wise, but just very in your face and public about its hatred for like Charles Hoskinson and Vitalik and just Ethereum destroyer. And looks like they've gone through a lot of changes. Holy cow. Wow. Yeah, I'm curious to look on this and see how this is going. Like, I haven't checked out, like, this right now is the first time I've even thought about EOS. Like, haven't even thought about it. So definitely take a look. Looks like they rebranded. So yeah, we'll see. I might take a look, might do a video on it. We'll see what they can scoop up. The team can scoop up about it and give you guys an update on EOS, because I know EOS was big, guys. There's a way to look at historicals on CoinMarketCap. If you look at where it was, I want to say, I'm almost positive it was top 10. I'm pretty sure it was top 10 because it hung around Cardano for a long time. It hung around Cardano, and it was one of those scenarios where if you like EOS, you can't like Cardano. It's just like the vibe, right? They didn't publicly say that, but like it was the race to be an Ethereum killer, and Cardano pretty much like stepped away from being an Ethereum killer, like in a sense, but just saying like, hey, we're gonna do things better in Ethereum because of limitations. Their proof at that time, Ethereum was proof of work, and Cardano was proof of stake. And pretty much Ethereum, like Vitalik was saying, no, we chose proof of work because of this. We believe in it, and we're gonna do it. We don't want to go proof of stake, only to eventually go to proof of stake. Right? It was crazy, but it was one of those things where like and that's what I'm saying. I think when you hear me talk about Ethereum, that's where I really believe that you see Vitalik's growth, because there was a lot of things where I think that decisions were made just out of spite, right? They were made just out of spite, just because like Cardano's doing it. We're just not gonna. We're gonna go this direction just because we don't want to go in the same direction, right? Like that's really the impression you were getting initially, and it just seems like now it's you're seeing it just be very very open-minded to change, right? Very open-minded to change for sure. Let's see if I can use this to see where EOS was at, because I'm almost positive I can apply this. I don't know how to do these filters on here, but yeah, if I find it, I'll let you guys know for sure, because I think there was a way to like go back historically. I haven't done it in a long time, but you can like go back historically on where certain projects were at back in the day and see where they were at on CoinMarketCap. So yeah, if I find it out, I will let you guys know instead of try to play with it now and waste your time. But I'll definitely let you guys know for sure, because I'm curious. That was a project where it definitely was top 20. Definitely was top 20. And there was just a lot of hype and a really strong community. But like I said, it was one of those like don't talk anything bad about EOS. And it was almost the equivalent to like Hex and like that following where like you can't say anything about EOS, you can't say anything negative about EOS, can't say anything positive about Ethereum. It was almost like a maximalism type situation. So very shocked, just because the community was that strong back in the day. Community was that strong within EOS. So definitely gonna dive in and see what is going on. Don't know where that came from, but haven't even taken a look in a long time. So we'll definitely check that out. Sorry to go on a rant, but just wanted to look into that. So we'll do that and we'll get to it, guys. But exciting time to be in crypto. Very exciting time to be in crypto, and very scary time to not be in crypto. I would say that, because like I said, typically when it feels like this, when there's a lot of news, there's a lot of pretty much bullish momentum and no one really cares, that's typically when everything starts to explode and people are left behind. That's what I've seen before, especially when you have like major news and people are waiting for major events. And we did that with the Trump election, because he was coming in pro crypto. Pretty much the crypto community got behind him and decided to be a part of that movement. He was being as though we finally had a presidential candidate, or in the world, because pretty much everyone was on the sidelines just waiting, right? So everyone's okay, he gets elected, bull run immediately starts, right? Because that's what happened when he won. We saw a rally for at least a good 30-45 days, and we're like, okay, this is it, this is timing seems right, this is it. And it didn't happen. So now people are pulling back and falling out of interest of crypto. But I'm starting to think this is when you want to double down. This may be when you want to take a good look at solid projects that have not exploded yet, because once they do, it might be too late. So hope you guys got some value out of this video. Keep moving forward in everything that you do. We'll see you soon.